Now, what better way to celebrate Loose Love Week than with this ultimate showbiz couple who are simply rock royalty. They're the first couple of rock and roll. Ozzy and Sharon Osbourne tied the knot in 1982 and have done it all in the glare of the spotlight. From raising a family and inviting us inside their home to battling health conditions.
It's just terrifying, and you just go when he was waiting to be seen by the doctor and he was just laying there. Really, I mean, beyond, it's not even worrying. It's like just a change of life.
They've supported one another through the highs and lows, and 4 decades on, remain one of the strongest couples in showbiz. So what's their secret? Well, let's find out. Hi, Sharon. Hi, Ozzy.
Woo! That's the way to do it.
Oh, we're so jealous that you're in bed.
I love it.
Fabulous. Look, we wanted to ask you, because we've just been talking here, we're all of us here today are finding lockdown a bit tough, and I know a lot of people watching are finding it a bit tough. Well, what's life like for you guys in LA?
Pretty much the same as you guys in England.
It's you probably wouldn't recognize it here now, Jane. Everything's boarded up. All, you know, the small boutiques and mama papa restaurants, they're all boarded up. The streets are full of homeless, so many more than before. It's very depressing, I have to say. And even for our grandkids, my eldest grandkid, Pearl, is nearly 9. And it's getting to her. It's getting to everyone.
It is really tough. And also, I mean, within your house, because I know, Ozzy, you've been having some, you know, serious health issues. You've got the, you're living with Parkinson's now. So presumably you're shielding. Have you had the vaccine?
Me?
Yeah, you. Of course. Well, he says course. He only had it yesterday.
So how did it feel, Ozzy, to get the vaccine that might, you know, hopefully mean that you can get back to leading a bit of a normal life?
He says, you feel like you've been stabbed. No, it was, my arm was a bit sore yesterday, but it was just, I'm glad I got it, you know.
Yeah.
Do you feel relieved?
Do you feel relieved?
Absolutely. As soon as I got it, I felt relieved.
Yeah.
And what about you, Sharon? Because I know almost that you worry about Ozzy more than you worry about yourself.
Yeah, I don't get it for about another 2 weeks yet, so. But because I got it before Christmas, I still have a good amount of antibodies. They say that they'll last about another 6 weeks.
And what have you been doing, though, in day-to-day life in terms of shielding Ozzy? Because I know one of the symptoms of living with Parkinson's is anxiety. Has it heightened your anxiety, Ozzy, in terms of wanting to, you know, get out?
Your anxiety, has it gotten worse with having to stay in?
Oh, yeah, I mean it's like just an air of doom everywhere you go, you know.
Yeah. And what about your mental health, Sharon? Because obviously you've spoken about that a lot in the past, and a lot of people are suffering, you know, finding that a real issue.
It's very odd, Jane. It's really strange. Like last week, I had a really bad week. I couldn't stop crying. And there wasn't, oh, now the cats and dogs are fighting. Will you behave?
Some things are normal.
So I couldn't stop crying for like 3 days, and there was no one reason why. I just couldn't stop, couldn't get out of bed, so depressed. And then, you know, I wake up another day and I feel much better. But it's like this the whole time.
We were talking on the show yesterday, actually, Sharon, about this and how, whether we like it or not, mostly the women in the household tend to be the therapist for everybody else. I know I am. Do you find that? And if so, who looks after you?
Oh, my hubby, I suppose, he does. He'll come in and say, all right, what's going on?
Oh.
What, what is it? But when I'm like that, I find it very hard to actually talk. I can't talk.
Sharon, I think a lot of couples are finding it difficult. Sorry, I'm in Glasgow. We're a long way away. The wonders of technology. But, a lot of couples have found it difficult spending so much time together during lockdown. But for you and Ozzy, I mean, you're sort of glued at the hip, aren't you? Joined at the hip. I mean, has it been easy for you to spend so much time with each other, or do sometimes you want to get away from each other?
It's both. It's been, at first, it was just great spending so much time together. And then Ozzy, a couple of months, said to me, we're spending too much time together. I said, well, where do you want me to go? I can't go anywhere.
I remember when you did Send to All on Michael McIntyre's show, and I came and sat with you, and I think in the hour that Michael had your phone, I think Ozzy rang about 20 times.
Yes. Yeah, that would be it.
It's funny, Sharon, because I think, people would describe you as a codependent relationship. People always say that to be about mine and Mark's relationship, and always like it's a negative thing. And actually, I don't find it a negative thing. I like being that close and that much in each other's lives. Do you feel you've had to defend being codependent, or do you just not care?
Oh, yeah. It's like, oh, well, you two are so codependent and it's not healthy and it's not this. What can I do about it? We both are. It's a bit late in life for us to start doing a different routine with each other. It is what it is. I love him. Do you love me?
Sometimes.
Oh, thank you.
Listen.
And it worked for us. It worked.
He jokes there, Sharon, but I remember when you were very poorly with cancer. I mean, Ozzy pretty much lost it, didn't he? I mean, the thought of life without you. Ozzy, how did you feel when Sharon got COVID? Were you really, really worried?
Well, there's nothing like, of course, we're worried. It's inevitable. You'll know someone who's had it before it's over. There's not a lot you can do. I just hope and pray she doesn't get really sick, or even worse,
Because I think you would struggle without Sharon, wouldn't you?
Well,
Jane, ask him again.
I said, Ozzy, I think you would struggle without Sharon in your life.
absolutely. Like she's my life.
Oh.
I mean, we've had our ups and downs along the way, but we sorted them out,
So,
I ain't got else.
I love the Valentine setup you've got going in the bedroom. And it's 40 years, you two have been married for 40 years this year. What are you going to do for Valentine's Day? Does it get better than this? It's amazing.
It's really weird because it's such a personal thing that I don't want. I'm not into parties for myself, or I just want to be quiet with my husband and just have a happy day. What are you looking at me like that for?
And what about, so you've been together 40 years next year, haven't you?
Yeah.
Have you got any plans for a big shindig, or?
No, honestly, we don't. It's like, actually, we've been together this year it's 40, but together, but next year is 40 married. So it's...
You've had your ups and downs, haven't you?
Yeah, it really went.
It went really quick, and it has been. You're right, Jane. It's been like this, but it's been great. I wouldn't have had it any other way.
So it sounds to me like the perfect topic for a movie, your life together. And has that been signed off now?
Nearly. We're like nearly there, and our movie. It's going to be, will you stop shaking your head?
Oh, it's a loose. It's been talked about forever. And nothing happened.
Who's going to play you?
For Ozzy, I want to find a totally unknown British actor to play Ozzy. Because I think that Ozzy is such a larger-than-life character. If you get somebody that's known, people are going to look at it and go, oh, it's so-and-so playing Ozzy. I just want it to be Ozzy.
Yeah. And what about you?
Oh, I don't know.
We'll send you some suggestions after the show. Well, thank you guys. Thank you guys so much. It's been absolutely brilliant. And I know it's stupid o'clock with you in LA, so thank you so much for taking the time to join us. That's Sharon and Ozzy Osbourne.
Anything for you girls. We love you. And we're homesick. We're so homesick.
We look forward to seeing you soon. Bye, guys. Now,